Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Wendy. I am with Inspire Ministries, and as always, I am so excited that you have landed on today's video. If you have been a part of my journey in the year 2022, you will know that I am just committed to getting on here when I feel that God has something for me to share. And so it's happened today. I didn't really plan for this video. I did bring my camera along like I normally do just in case, but I really wanted to come to you today with a word. It's not going to be a long video. It's going to be a little bit different than other videos that I've done. I mean, heck, I'm in my car in front of Marshall's of all places, but I feel as though someone needs to hear this today. Someone needs to be encouraged by this word today. So let's just get into the video. This morning, I was so delighted to get a phone call from one of my very best friends. In fact, my phone rang. When I saw her name coming across my phone, I went, oh my word, this can only be a God thing. Because literally I was minutes away from texting her, hey, is there a good time for us to chat today? Because I really needed to hear her voice. And it was really, really good to connect with her. Isn't that true? That it is so good to connect on a personal level with friends, especially those that we don't see very often or those that we have maybe lost contact with through the years. COVID has done that to us, right? It has made us maybe even comfortable being introverts, whereas always I have considered myself an extrovert, and yet lately I feel as though I'm okay to stay home. I'm okay to not see a soul, and yet that is not what God has intended for us. In fact, we were talking about that very same thing this morning. One of the things that we spent a better part of our first initial conversation talking about was this feeling of what I can describe as unsettled. That there's this unsettling feeling that as a Christian, I have been experiencing as of late. And she would say the same thing to me. There's just this discontent or maybe this wrestling internally that we have been dealing with for a while. And I think it's because we as believers in Jesus Christ, we know that this is not our home, right? And so I said to her, it would be a shame if I felt contentment. It would be a shame if I felt all the time at peace, because this is not our home. This place, this worldly place, it is not our home. This is foreign territory for us. And so we should always be maintaining this level of being unsettled until we reach our heavenly home. But one of the things that I wanted to encourage you with today is this. We were talking about how so often, even as believers, we feel as though we aren't doing enough. We're never enough. Well, sometimes maybe we feel like we will never be the best spouse that we can be. Maybe we are wrestling because we feel as though we aren't the best parent that we can be. We're not the best daughter or son that we need to be. Always we feel as though we're never quite enough, that we have never really reached our full potential. And I think that I have been in this season myself for a long time. You know, I want to willingly admit right now that I suffer with feeling ill-equipped to do most of the things that I do. In fact, just sitting down to a video like this, I wrestle. Do I know what I'm going to say? Do I have the right proper language? Am I using the right body language? Am I saying the right words at the right time? Are they the correct theological things that I'm saying? I wrestle a lot of times with feeling as though I am not enough. But what also comes with that is my friend and I talked about how both of us are stay-at-home wives. Now, for years, I was a stay-at-home mom. Before that, I was a full-time employed mom. I worked outside of the home full-time until my daughter Chloe was 10 years old. And then from the time she was 10 until she left our house at 18, I was a stay-at-home mom. Now, past the time where she has left our house and moved on, has a husband now and has a baby and is soon to be moving out of our house again after they have stayed with us for the last 6 months, I am to be considered a stay-at-home wife. And sometimes I feel as though I'm not enough. I'm not doing enough. I am not doing the big thing. I don't have the big career. I'm not, I don't have a huge platform. I'm not making big strides in my personal life or my private life or my, I'm not doing a lot of the things that other women are doing. And I think that comparison is a huge issue as well. But one of the things that I told my friend today is something that I want to encourage you with today, and that is this: there is holiness to be found in the mundane. There is holiness to be found. Now, I want to give you a practical example of that. I am a new grandma. In fact, my grandson was just born in December of 2021. He's just a little over 11 weeks old, and he is the most precious thing on planet Earth. I heard a lot of people say before I was a grandma, or before I was a Mimi, I should say, I heard a lot of people tell me how wonderful it was going to be a grandma. And I believed them. I really did. And I could appreciate the fact that they felt like that. I would smile. I would say, yeah, I bet it is. But I never fully understood until I was a Mimi myself. And now when I look at this precious little boy, I am so in love with him. In fact, I can't even remember life before him. And sometimes my daughter will text me really early in the morning. Now, I'm an early riser. I generally get up between 4:30 and 5:30 every single day. I get down to my quiet time, and that way I can start my day off with Jesus, just me and him in the Word, talking to him, praying to him, having that quality time with him. And I really count that as a holy time in my sanctuary with him. But there are some mornings that my daughter will text me at 4:30 or 5 or 5:30, and maybe she's had a rough night with a baby, or maybe she's not feeling well, and where she will call me in to care for him for the first couple hours of his day. Now, as I mentioned, they are going to be moving out of our house in the next few weeks. They were only in our house for a season of time. We've all known that season is coming to pass pretty soon, and they are moving in to their own place soon. And I will not forever have these precious moments, but I'm telling you what, as anxious as I was before he came about losing those precious moments that are mine, losing that routine, that schedule, I have to be honest with you. Those moments of being a grandma, those moments of looking at my grandson in the eyes and realizing that these moments are fleeting, that this time is passing, and that soon he will have his driver's license and he won't have much to do with grandma anymore, I realize that these are holy moments. And one of the things that I encouraged my friend with just this morning was, can we count the mundane holy? One of the things that I loved to do when my daughter was growing up is I loved to set the tone for our evening every single night. So what I would do when I would come home and I would bring her home from after school care or from school is I would get home and I would light candles. I would put on music. I would put on maybe a soft, nice show, nice family-oriented show in the background. A lot of times we would watch things like Little House on the Prairie, and I would put that on, or I would put soft music on with the candles, and I would make dinner. And it was really important for me to create a space where my family felt safe, where they felt loved, where they felt cherished, and where it was just a peaceful environment. I look back on those days, and maybe it wasn't even an intention in the beginning, but I look back on those times and I am so thankful for those precious moments that were holy. And so I want to encourage you today with something, to look at the ordinary, everyday things that you do during your day that you might consider mundane and simple things. How can you look at them as holy moments? Maybe that is time spent with your spouse. Maybe that is time just spent with your kids. Maybe it's time cooking a meal for your family. Maybe it's just having a relaxing morning, spending time with Jesus in the morning. Maybe it's having a great shower and just spending time speaking to the Lord and having that prayer time on your way to work. I don't know what it is, but for you, I want you to consider that every single opportunity that you have in your day is an opportunity to create the moment to be holy. There is no by chance that the Lord has you right where He has you for a purpose, for a plan, and for His divine will to be fulfilled in your life. And so you get an opportunity every day to count these moments as holy. I was just with my daughter and my grandson. We went to Target. We went to get coffee. We just spent an hour or two together before my son-in-law got off of work. And I thought in that moment, these are the holy moments. These are the moments that we will never get back again. These are the moments in time that God has allowed us an opportunity to see His goodness, to see His grace, to see His mercy, to count it all as joy. Can we take the ordinary things that He has us do every single day? Listen, that may be changing diapers. That may be making meals for your family. That may be going to an ordinary job that maybe you don't even love, but maybe you are there to be a light for somebody. Maybe you are there to have a just simple conversation with somebody, a shoulder to lean on for somebody. Those ordinary moments where maybe you're just taking care of a loved one. Maybe you have a parent living with you now and you are wondering, God, man, when am I ever going to get my life back? How can we begin to see these moments as opportunities to see them as holy moments, to see all of the work that God has assigned for us to do as a holy work? I have a friend of mine who is a young mom. She has 3 kids at home, and sometimes she feels overwhelmed. Sometimes she wonders, am I a good mom? Am I doing the right thing? Am I making the right choices for my kids? Is what I'm doing enough? She often has this worry in her because she is very talented and she has a lot to offer the world. And she will say, it's just the season that God has me in right now, and I have to accept that where He has me for a reason, for a purpose, and for a plan. And so I want to encourage you today to look at those moments, to look at those ordinary things that you do every day, making the beds, cooking the meals, changing the diapers, doing the laundry, sorting out boxes of clothes, cleaning your garage, running errands, cleaning your car. Those ordinary things, look for those moments. Look for the holiness in those moments. Stop in that moment and pray and thank God. Thank you that you have me right where you want me. Yes, maybe it doesn't look like how I thought it was going to look. Maybe the waiting for the bigger thing is difficult, but God, I trust you. I trust that you have a plan and a purpose right here, right now, and I'm going to insist on making this moment holy. Friend, I pray that you have been encouraged today. If you have, would you go ahead and like this video? Would you share it with someone that you love, someone that you would like to build up and encourage and inspire today? I would love to hear from you. Comment down below, become a part of this family, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell to be notified every time that I upload content. I am so grateful that you have decided to come here and listen to what I have to say. I pray always that you are encouraged, inspired, but also that you are equipped to think better, live better, and do better. Friend, I am so glad again that you are here today, and I pray that the sun is shining where you are. You are looking at moments that are holy and divine as ordained by God for a purpose, on purpose, and that you have an awesome day with Jesus. Bye, friends.